Welcome to another episode of High Proof Ashes. I'm one of your co-hosts, Jason JB Smoke, and over to the right of me today,
I know what's up, man. Duran back in the building.
we're definitely in the building. It's too damn hot out there.
Yeah, it's crazy outside. It's like 95, 96 out there.
Yeah, man. In the shade.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
Welcome to summer in Tennessee.
I mean, it's a big heat wave. Like, the whole eastern half of the United States is in this heat wave, so listen, y'all stay cool out there, stay hydrated. If you're enjoying your spirits, make sure you stay hydrated.
Absolutely.
Try to do something that's low proof, or mix it, or something, because normally we do a lot of things high proof, but when we're out there in that sun and that heat, it's hard to do that.
Yeah, just be smart about it, man. If you do, if you high proofing it, just moderation. Do a little bit less than normal. You know what it is, though.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Y'all adults, make good decisions.
That's right. Well, so today we're going to do something that I got in the Privada Club pack that I got, or that I get. Not this Vitola. It was a Lancero.
Okay.
And I did a little short on it, so if you're curious, you can go back and find that. But this is the Southern Draw Manzanita, if I'm saying that right.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the Lancero, so I found a 10-pack of these at a pretty good price. And I've had one so far, and I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
It's a really good medium, maybe a little high on the, medium to high. Nice and flavorful. But, Southern Draw is something, they're a brand that I've never really been disappointed in.
I was going to say, I think I've only ever had one other Southern Draw. So this will be a different experience for me. The one I did have, I remember it being good, and I'm pretty sure you gave it to me. And that was a while ago, but look forward to giving it a shot, trying it out, seeing how it tastes.
Yeah, they've got one called the Rose of Sharon. It's really, really good. It's got a shade risotto, I think is what it is on it, or something like that. I don't know. It's pretty unique though. Really, really mild cigar, but just kind of made for all the palates. But got a nice aroma too. I love it.
It does.
And for our spirit for today, why don't you introduce our spirit for the day?
Let's say this is one we both just recently picked up.
Yeah, man.
We tried it at a friend's house, and it was pretty freaking awesome. Old Overholt. It's a cask strength straight rye, aged 10 years. So it is, man.
You don't see that.
It's a flavor bomb.
You don't see a 10-year straight rye.
No, it's unheard of, right? So it is a bit pricey, about $105 retail, something like that. So a little more than your standard bottle, but I tell you what, it's worth every penny.
But for a 10-year, that's not unheard of.
No, it's, when I say pricey, I just mean in terms of bourbon in general.
Yeah, $100 is not cheap.
No. So, but I think it's worth every dollar. I've enjoyed every pour of it. Mm-hmm. And when I opened my bottle, I opened it at a bottle share, and everyone else enjoyed it as well. So I hid it for myself. So yeah, that's what we're rocking with today.
Yeah. So last thing, this is a Jim Beam product.
Yeah. We're finding more and more that, outside of just the standard Jim Beam, we are huge fans of Jim Beam.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say. Like everything else that I've tried from them, I really enjoy it.
Yes.
From the the cheaper Knob Creek all the way up to something like this.
Yep.
It's all super enjoyable.
Yes, it is. Won't disagree. So, hey, keep doing your thing, Jim Beam. Except that bottom one.
Right.
Get rid of that old Jim Beam. So.
It sells though they wouldn't make it. Right?
Very true. Very true.
So, all right.
I'm ready to get cracking.
I know you are. I think maybe you had a long day today.
Just Mondays are rough. They coming back from a weekend, and then it was a weekend where we had a ton on the calendar as well. So, just running a bit behind, but we're here. We're here now.
Got you. Ooh, that draw is nice. Get these lit up.
Damn, that's very good right off the draw. The first initial draw was very good.
it's very flavorful.
Mm-hmm.
I would say very much not traditional cigar flavor. Like it's kind of all over the place, isn't it?
Yeah, like man, but again, it was very enjoyable from the very first draw. Like so enjoyable that I went, huh? Okay, like
Duran can still be surprised. Let's get some of this. One cool thing I like about this bottle is the mouth opening on this thing is huge.
Yeah, it's like just like the old Granddad 114.
Yeah,
Like
like it's just oversized. I mean, look at the size of that.
Literally, the bottles look
I mean, that's
pretty
a
close.
inch and a quarter diameter cork.
I'm telling
Like
you,
that thing is massive.
like, let's see. I think that it almost I've got them both here, so it might be the same damn bottle to be honest.
You think so?
Look,
Oh, it even has the little badge in the front. You might be right.
I think it's the same bottle.
It might be the same bottle.
Right?
Here, put it up here.
What you think, guys? Same bottle. Only difference is just that I don't even think the cork's different.
Well, yeah, that's plastic, and then this is
just a little,
that's wood.
But it's the same size,
Look at that. Okay.
So there you go.
All right, same bottle as old Granddad.
And yeah, I mean, it as it should,
it's Jim Beam product.
It's Jim Beam product.
Yeah.
So. All right, get back in the bag. Get back in the bag. We're here to talk about the Old Overholt, not old Granddad. So.
Yeah, I mean, our friend pulled this thing out. We were at a tasting, and had never even heard of it before.
Never seen it. Never heard of it.
Yeah. And he didn't even realize it was a Jim Beam product. Like,
no.
He didn't bother to look into it.
So he doesn't check distilleries like that. He just tries bottles and
yeah, he either likes the bottle or he don't, right?
Mm-hmm.
But crack that thing open and it was like, whoa, okay, wait a minute. This
was a different experience.
Yeah, this is tasty.
I mean, to be a rye, like doesn't have that crazy rye spice or anything like that. I didn't say how high the proof was. I don't remember off the top of my head. It is 121.
Is it really?
Yeah. Make sure I ain't seeing things here.
Well, I guess
121 proof.
So it's a cask strength, so I guess it should be.
Yeah. 121.
Wow, really?
Starting off strong today.
And it doesn't even like smell it. I mean, you can really put your nose in the glass and not even. Interesting.
That's a hell of a pour, man. And none of the crazy rye spice, right? Like,
nope. And it's
so good.
It's sweet. It's fruity.
Mm-hmm. Little butter, like a little bit of butter in there.
That taste lingers. Got a nice long finish to it. Man, that's just a really good pour.
It is. It's solid all the way around. Checks a lot of boxes.
And that's the thing about rye is like you kind of have to let it, you got to let it go for a while for it to really, get some flavor to it. Like I know there's a lot of distilleries that they might have a 10-year bourbon and then its rye sister might be younger, but it's still usually 6-7+ years.
Yeah.
And the fact that we have a 10-year here is just that those extra few years really.
Oh, it makes a huge difference. So
Man. Like I can still taste it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like it's definitely lingering on the palate, right? And I kind of enjoy the fact that I'm having a bit lighter cigar today than what we normally would with this bottle. And I really think it allows the bottle to stand out a little more.
Yeah, I agree. You can really the cigar is not overpowering the whiskey at all.
But surprisingly, I'm kind of shocked at how good this cigar is. What's the retail on one of these?
I want to say retail's 10 to 12.
Okay.
I paid way less than that.
Of course. You know,
Mr. Deal Finder over here.
yeah. If you go looking hard enough, you can normally find a deal. Um, but man, I'm impressed with the flavor profile.
Yeah,
Like realistically, I didn't expect that I would like it this much.
it has this inherent sweetness to it
Yeah.
almost. Like it's hard to put my finger on it. I mean, look, we said it before. Try to don't stay in your box.
No, you
You
definitely got to
know.
try new things. But so again, most of the time when I'm trying new things, it's because I've ran across it in a brick and mortar,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
When I buy things online, I don't want to try anything new because I don't want to buy more of them than I
Well, you don't want
need
to buy a
and then
10
hate
pack.
them.
You
Yeah,
don't want to buy a 10 pack, right?
correct.
You want
And
to try something
absolutely
new as a
hate it.
single. Yeah, I agree with you. It's hard for me to buy something brand new,
Yeah.
as a 10 pack or a 5 pack or something like that. Um, but hey, speaking of brick and mortar, we got a new brick and mortar coming to town.
Yeah, we do.
Like
A
very, very
huge one.
soon. Like,
Yeah.
So y'all are in the southeast Tennessee area in a couple of months.
I don't even think it's going to be a couple months. I think it's going to be a couple weeks.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, you
Okay,
didn't see
well,
how quickly they're making progress?
yeah, I know. So by the time you guys see this episode, it'll probably be open already. But
Yeah.
we got a Cigars International coming over to us.
Yep.
In southeast Tennessee. What was it, like something like a 7,000 square foot
Mm-hmm.
building?
Indoor, outdoor seating. They'll have a full bar. I think they'll have a limited menu. 3,000 square foot humidor. Pretty hard to beat, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, so you're talking about being able to buy singles so you can try new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's perfect opportunity.
Yep.
Go in there and you're going to start seeing all of this stuff that you've.
At pretty good prices too.
Yeah.
Like that's
yeah.
the thing. At a place like Cigar International, they move so much product that their prices are normally pretty aggressive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do a lot of volume.
So I'm getting a bit of a uneven burn here. I'm trying to see if it'll straighten itself out. But that could be from me just smoking too fast or any of those things. But so far so good. I mean, great smoke production, so combustion is good. The only thing I would say is just that little bit of deformity there on the ash and the burn line.
Well, I think we've done a Southern Draw before, and I think their bands are pretty much the same. But you want to get into the band here?
So funny enough, like I really like this band. Like when you handed it to me, I looked at it and I was like, "Damn, is that a Fuente?" Because like I wasn't paying close attention to it, right?
Quick glance, you might think so.
You might think so. So
yeah,
I like what they did with the band because it draws attention to it, and but yeah, it's beautiful. Like it says Southern Draw really big, and then it's got red. It's got some like dark red, some lighter red, some gold. I mean, it's a beautiful band, man.
A lot of like line work.
Yeah, and then it's got a second band down here as well that says the name of the cigar, Manzanita. I mean, both bands are really beautiful, to be completely honest. Like the presentation is really good, especially I like these colors on this type of cigar, right? I think a lot of times when manufacturers put bands on cigars, they don't think about the complexion of the cigar, and sometimes your band can get lost in the cigar because of the complexion.
Yeah, like
right?
Dark band, dark cigar.
Right.
Light band, light cigar.
Yeah.
Kind
So
of thing.
I like the fact that they did some contrasting colors to really make it to pop out. So good looking band for sure.
Well, I like what they did is they even though it's a double band, the primary band isn't just their like normal primary band. They actually match the colors.
Yeah, for sure.
And so like when you go look at their other bands, their primary band is a different color.
Okay.
And so so they didn't just make one primary band and they just all their primary bands are red.
Right.
No, it's red because the secondary band is red.
Red. Okay, that's pretty cool then.
So I think that's pretty neat. You get like there's a green one, a blue one. I think the rose is a pink.
Okay.
They have a few others. I don't remember everything they make, but It's definitely a boutique brand. Um, I forget where they're out of. I should have looked that up. I mean, I think they're based in America,
Okay.
but the cigars are of course made in Central America somewhere. Um,
I can tell you, I haven't seen a lot of them in brick and mortars. Like,
yeah, I mean that's the thing about boutiques, right?
you
Like
got to go to a boutique, like
you got to go to a
brick and
place.
mortar that actually has them,
That's
right?
right.
So,
Like I've only ever seen these in your larger shops that can stock just tons of different stuff.
right.
The smaller guys don't tend to have it. I don't even think any of the ones around us have
I don't,
stock
again,
these,
I don't believe I've ever seen,
and that's a shame because it's a really good
yeah.
cigar.
The beauty of the Overholt is every sip is just as dynamic as the first one.
Look at that smoke production.
It's real. Like I said, it's got all the stuff that you want from a great cigar. Like I said, if my burn evens out, we might be okay. Even if it doesn't, it's not so bad that I'm worried about it. But it does look like it's evening out just a bit there. So we'll see.
I can't get over that, like how low the ethanol scale the aroma is. Like
Right.
I'm getting some proof, of course, but I'm getting all the typical,
Mm-hmm.
kind of bourbony whiskey aromas that I expect to get, and not just that proof.
Yeah. Like again, the cool thing is like it's such a good rye. Like this might be one of the top ones we've ever had.
Mm-hmm. It's a flavor explosion. It doesn't hold back.
No.
I think that's what I love about it.
Yeah. No. Like I said, with every sip, like you get the complexity all over again, right? Like it doesn't mellow out and become one
Mm-mm.
dimensional, and it's really a flavor bomb that really stands up. And truthfully, I think with the proof, it probably stand up to some stronger cigars, to be completely honest. But I think this one pairs really, really well with it, actually.
I like that we're doing something that's more of a medium.
Mm-hmm.
It's letting the Overholt shine. Not that we don't need to let the cigar shine, but
Yeah,
I think it's a good compliment
yeah,
and
absolutely.
totally unintentional.
Just how every once in a while it happens that way.
Yeah. Well, I think we a couple recordings ago we did one, and the combination
Did
didn't
not
work.
work. Yeah,
It didn't work.
didn't work.
So sometimes you get lucky, sometimes it just doesn't work,
Yeah,
and it is what it is.
that happens, man. That happens.
Oh, so at the time of this filming, the NBA finals are still going on.
Mm-hmm.
So what are your thoughts on the finals so far?
So far, it hasn't been very entertaining. Um, to be completely honest, like it just hasn't been entertaining. I don't have
Is
any
it
other way to describe it. Like,
is it because you're not interested in the teams?
no, I always watch the finals. I just think Boston is a powerhouse. Um, I think unfortunately Jason Kidd hasn't made great adjustments for the Mavs. They're playing a little bit too much one-on-one basketball,
Okay.
especially against a team that's been together for a few years. That all they did was add a couple of pieces in the offseason that made them better. But for the most part, the Celtics have been playing together for a little bit.
Okay.
So they play real team basketball, even though they have 2, 3 stars that can isolate and play ISO basketball. They're doing a great job of moving the ball around and taking advantage of the matchup. So
Okay.
I don't think the Mavs are doing the same. 1 or 2 players on the Mavs are going to bring the ball up and they're going to have it for 20 seconds of the 24-second shot clock. So
So pretty predictable.
yeah,
Boring.
Kyrie or Luka.
Boring.
Yeah, Kyrie or Luka.
Right.
So I think last game when you seen the ball move around a little bit more, we got a different result. But that also could have been Boston might have let off the pedal a little bit because they wanted to win at home.
That was my thing. Like before the game even started, I'm like, I get the stat. I get that you'd like the stat, but wouldn't you rather win at home?
So Here's the thing. I think there's something to be said about going into somebody else's house and
Sure.
stomping them
Yeah.
and
And just
say, you know what, it doesn't matter where we at. We the best
skunking
team,
them,
period.
right? Just skunking the hell out of them all, 4-0.
So that's my thought process. But, I would hate to think that the Celtics really took their foot off the gas for that reason. Like I think those guys are big enough competitors that they wanted to win every game, but who knows? Who knows?
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
But, you had any thoughts so far?
I haven't really watched like full games. I've just kind of been watching a little bit here and a little bit there. Not really big into the pro basketball. Like if you want me to be honest with you, like these guys are so huge.
Yeah.
I feel like they're playing on a toddler's court.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like from half court, 3 steps, and they're at the rim.
There's some guys that could
I mean,
make it from one side to the other in about 5.
Right. I mean, right, exactly. Half of these guys don't even have to jump to dunk.
Well, nah, I'd say it's definitely less than half. Like, but I get what you're saying. It's a lot of guys that don't have to do much to.
The players have outgrown the court.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I mean, it's. I think the thing for me is I miss the physicality of the game.
Yeah.
I think it's become a point now where you can't really play true defense. So that's part of what I miss. But hey, you wanted to make the game more entertaining and more fast paced, more high scoring.
They did the same thing with football, man.
Yeah.
They made it an offensive game. Made it to where the defense gets penalized for everything.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying there. Because that's what people want, right? They want to see scores. They don't want to see defense.
Well, I think fly by night fans want to see that, right?
Sure.
Like me being like a diehard basketball fan for many, many years, I appreciate the skill level of the players I see right now, but also at the same time, I'd love to see more competitive games where, more defense. Like it would be nice,
right,
to see more challenging games.
Right.
Like, I don't want to see a team put up 130 points every night and shoot 63s.
Right.
So, but hey, that's just me.
But I mean, that's kind of what I'm getting at, right? If the rim were 2 feet higher, if the 3-point line were 5 feet further back, if the court was 5 foot bigger all the way around, if the free throw line was 3 foot back further, if the what do they call the spots where they stand at the free throw on the side?
Free throw line.
No, the people, the defensive people or whatever, while the guy's shooting.
The key?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, the square box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like expand that out. Like basically just make everything 20% bigger.
So here's the problem with that analogy. It skews everyone's stats, right? Because the older players,
of course,
so.
But that's how it is today with old stats, right? I mean,
I guess you could say that because baseball parks were much smaller back in the day, right? So, yeah.
I mean, there's asterisks all over the place.
Yeah, but that one would be massive, right?
Okay.
Like to tell a guy like, hey, the 3-point line used to be 22 feet away.
Now it's 25.
Now it's 25. Like
they shooting from there anyway.
Well, some guys shoot from there anyway. Not majority.
Okay.
Right.
But that would make it harder, right?
It would, but it also would like. It would torch some people probably.
Okay. I mean, I'm being drastic when I say 20%.
Yeah.
But,
I think you could do some things like...
You could do it gradually over time, right? And just make it
I think you could do some different things, right? Like, I heard one crazy idea that I liked a lot, which was like, all free throws are held until the end of the quarter. Right? Like, I love that idea. Like, you don't stop the play of basketball. Like, a whistle gets blown, possession goes to whoever it's supposed to go to.
And you just keep going.
You just keep going until the end of the quarter, and then you take all of the free throws. Or it might have even been the end of the game. So, like, at the end of the game, you just got, like, 2 teams duking it out. Like,
with free throws.
With free throws. Like, so your center, he better learn to shoot free throws. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I kind of like that.
You know what I'm saying? So, like...
It's kind of like soccer does that a lot, where they do these,
It's a shootout at the end.
It's like a shootout at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I love the idea. Like, okay, so we played the whole game. That it would make you commit less fouls, right? Because what
Yeah.
you don't want is a team to have
Just a ton of free
25 free throws at the end of the game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and you only up by 2.
Right.
And they got 25 free throws coming.
Right.
Like,
I mean, so does the NBA have a minors league where they could, test that out?
they do.
I mean,
They do.
that's,
I mean, they'll never do anything that drastic to the game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but that would be cool. So you say they won't do that to the NBA, but they could do that in the minors, whatever you want to call it.
yeah, like
You know what I'm
the
saying?
G League.
Right. They can be drastic like that
Yes.
in that league just
Yes.
to see what happens.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, they that's what they're doing with the XFL.
Yeah.
To test out new rules for the
Different
NFL.
ideas. Yeah.
Like the kickoff rules are going to be different in the NFL this year
Okay.
or something. Like,
well, I mean, they already are different. Didn't they move the ball up or something like that a few years ago?
Yes, but that was to lower injuries, right? But what they're doing is they're taking from the XFL because the XFL is actually trying to put things back into the game.
Okay.
And the kickoff and punts are just a crucial part of the game.
Yeah.
Right?
Because right now, like so many teams don't even do kick returns and punt returns because
they just let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not worth it. But so they're doing it, if I remember right, I don't think they're grabbing everything, but if I remember right, they're not moving the kicker.
Okay.
But what they're doing is they're going to penalize the kicking team for a touchback.
Ah. So if you kick it into the end zone for a touchback,
then the other team gets it at the 35-yard line. Their 35-yard line. Yes.
Huh.
So
extra 15 yards.
Right.
Okay.
So you know what that means? No more corner kicks.
Yeah.
They're gone.
Yeah.
Gone. You basically have to give the guy a chance to catch the ball and run with it.
Yeah.
Is basically what they're doing.
So my question being, okay, so what if the guy fair catches it?
I'm trying to remember. See,
because there's going to be a ton of fair catches, right? Because if you kick that ball,
let me try to remember. I think if you fair catch it, you get it at the 25, if I remember right.
Okay. I'd be curious to see how that's implemented because, so there's going to be a lot more hits.
There's going to be a lot, but they're also bringing the players closer together too, so that people can't get such a running start.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think they're bringing them within 10 yards of each other.
Okay.
Or something like that. So they each, or maybe it's 20 yards. They're going to each start on their 40-yard line or something. Okay. But I will say this: one thing I don't like of all the things that they're doing with the punts and the kickoffs and all that, you now have to announce an onside kick.
Oh, that's whack.
It is whack. That's bullshit.
I don't like that at all. That takes away the whole element of surprise.
Half the point of an onside kick is the surprise.
Yeah.
I get it. Most of the time you know it's coming. But I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah, because I've seen onside kicks where the formation comes out as a normal and then it goes, whatever, or it might be a trick play, whatever. So what if you want to run a trick play out of the onside kick? You're done now.
You can't.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like announcing the onside kick because it allows the other team to set up for it.
Right.
I mean,
and it's already
they know what's coming 9 times out of 10 anyway. But on that one chance that they don't.
Well, the success rate of an onside kick, huh? It's 10%.
Yeah, it's super low.
It's super low even when they don't know.
Yeah.
Or when they think they know. Or whatever.
So now guaranteed to know,
right.
The success rate is going to go 3%.
Right. Yeah, probably.
Okay. Well, it's part of the game.
But I like everything else they're doing with the kickoffs. I think it'll actually make the kickoff, a little more interesting. It'll bring special teams back into the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. We'll see.
Such a good pour, man.
It is a great pour.
Well, we're getting close here.
Oh, we are.
Want to do your final thoughts?
Yeah. So, Cigar, man, Southern Draw. If you haven't given Southern Draw a chance, they've got half a dozen different things that they offer. I think they even offer Are they the ones that make the 300 hands one, the budget one, or is that Caldwell?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
I
I
can't
don't know
remember.
enough about Southern Draw to tell you yes or no.
I can't remember if they make it or if Caldwell does, but I think that Southern Draw makes it. So like that, it's a budget cigar. It's like $5.
Okay.
You know, but they have a pretty good lineup
Okay.
of their normal stuff. They've got they've got everything from a mild, the Rose of Sharon, all the way up to I think it's an Oscuro, which is that I think that's called the Jacob's Ladder, if I remember right. But and they've got all these other weird blends, from various countries,
Okay.
that sort of thing. And this one does not disappoint. I'm glad that I just got it at random in my pack and
Yeah, for sure.
was able to try it. And was
All
like,
right.
hell yeah, this thing's great.
This is a very good cigar. But go ahead, finish your final thoughts. My bad. My bad. Finish
And
your
then
final thoughts.
the Overholt, like that is just it might be one of the best Jim Beam products I've ever tried.
Mm.
And it might, like you say, might be one of the best ryes.
Yeah.
Especially at that proof and that age.
Yeah.
That I've ever tried.
I agree. I don't disagree at all.
So I don't know, like I've not seen it in our area, like I've never even heard of it.
No.
So I don't know if it's one of those doesn't come to Tennessee type things or what. But if you find this one and you can drop the $100 on it, man, it's a great ass pour.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
What you got, man?
So I'll start with the Overholt. It may be my new favorite rye. Just to be completely honest, it's got everything I want. It's got the age. It's got the proof. It doesn't have a crazy rye bite. So I love everything about it. Like it is just a full-blown flavor explosion, man. Like, so if you're out and about, I know it is in other markets because a couple of the bourbon influencers that I follow, I've seen it pop up on their page recently. So I know it's a great bottle, because other influencers are out there saying, hey, this is great as well, right? So if you see it in the wild, pick you up a bottle. If you can afford it, you won't be disappointed. As far as the cigar, man, listen, Southern Draw has got something here. Like, I'm going to have to try more of them because this is the second Southern Draw I've had, and I've enjoyed both. This one especially is very, very flavorful. From the very first light, I was really pleased with what I was getting from the cigar. Construction, it could be me, right? But it hasn't been bad, right? Like it's still burning. It's not so out of whack that I can't smoke it. Combustion is great. The flavor is great. It's a good looking cigar. I don't even think the construction's bad, to be completely honest. Like it's just, got a little bit of a weird burn there. That happens on a lot of cigars.
It's not super clean.
No, it's not clean at all, but
it's
also at the same time, it's not so bad.
Yeah, it's not crazy.
I'm gonna have to go. I haven't had to tap it up, right? Like I've thought about it a couple times. I'm like, nah, it's not far enough off that I need to do that.
Right.
So very enjoyable and a very good looking cigar. Plenty of smoke production, and the flavor is phenomenal to be a medium body cigar. It is full flavored.
Yeah.
But
so the other one you had was the Firethorn.
Okay.
I like this one better.
Yes, absolutely. This one is definitely better.
I love the Firethorn until I smoked this one.
Yeah, this is way better than the first one.
Now I just like the Firethorn. I love this one.
But this is definitely much, much better. And again, like I said, I'm going to have to try more Southern Draw just because it's both sticks I've had have been very good. Yeah. So I look forward to seeing what else they have in the lineup. I might take a chance and purchase a few, online or something like that and see if I enjoy them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's what I got. So with that, I think we pretty much right there at time.
Yeah, let's wrap it up, man.
Well, y'all know what it is, man. Make sure to please drink responsibly, but also make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that little notification bell so that you get notifications when we drop new content, because we got it coming hot and heavy.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? But put some smoke in the air. I'm Duran. No cool nickname. My partner.
I'm Jason JB Smoke. And listen, y'all, we just, we did the low proof blind 5-part series. If you haven't watched that, you need to go watch that.
Absolutely.
It's a little out of our kind of wheelhouse as far as it being a lower proof thing, but we had a blast doing it.
I agree.
Found some bangers that we'd really just kind of pushed off to the side.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if lower proof is your thing, you definitely need to go watch that series. I think you'll find something that you'd really enjoy. But we'll see y'all later.